Hey everybody, Johnny Megan here. Good afternoon, greetings. We are loaded here in Columbus, Ohio. Let's see, the local time here is 4:31. Temperature is at 57 degrees. Baby Blue and I are on our way to Manassas, Virginia. It is 446 miles to Manassas by way of 70 all the way to Breezewood, Pennsylvania. The GPS has got me routed towards 70 to 79 south to 68 east. But I don't like that route. It's just way too much hills. We are loaded about 43,000 pounds of something like ground beef for a very famous taco chain restaurant. I would say it's the largest taco chain in the world, I guess. Our delivery appointment is tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. It is roughly 7 hours and 46 minutes from here to Manassas, Virginia. We have somewhere, I would imagine, about 9 hours available to drive right now. Right now we have 7 hours and 56 minutes before we need to take a 30-minute mandatory break. Okay, I'd like to continue on the conversation we had about truckers being far away from home, or in my case, when I'm very far away from home. As I mentioned before, one of the things that I used to do was, or what I needed to do was to stay out 5 or 6 weeks at a time. And yeah, that was hard. But it needed to be done to catch up with the bills. One of those things that I find shocking was when every time I got home, Jackie and AJ would grow up at least an inch every time I came home. Next thing I know it, they're almost as tall as I am. Another thing that I've noticed in my family is that mom gets to be everything. The mom, the dad, the love, the terror, the discipline. When I go home, I'm pretty much just a guest. I don't know. It's the mom that disciplines the kids because I'm rarely there. And besides, she's a natural born terror. So, yep. Another thing that seems to happen is when I'm out 5 weeks at a time, And the last of that 5 weeks, I'm start to think of what I'm gonna do, where I'm gonna go, how far I'm gonna get riding with Goldie. And well, it turns out that my wife always has this different idea. She's also thinking behind the scenes of what she's gonna do with me when I get home, and what to fix, and all the honey to do list. And yeah, and most of the time when I get home, I don't know, I'm too tired to go anywhere or do anything, so one of the things that makes me survive out here on the road is the phone calls, the messages. It just keeps me going. It keeps me motivated. But for the most part, the grace of God strengthens me. If I haven't, how can I say this? If I haven't been born again in the Spirit of the Lord, there's no way I could do this job. I'm a natural born selfish son of a gun of a person. I would have quit this job a long time ago if it wasn't for the Lord and for the love of my family. Who knows? Who knows where I would be right now? But all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas doesn't matter. Whatever I did or didn't do, it led me here. And this is where I am. Sometimes when I look at life or people or classmates and younger friends of what they have or who they have, I sometimes wonder, what if I made that decision? What if my life would be even better? And I always come up to the conclusion, you know, it looks good, but I wonder if it really tastes good. You ever look at some food where It looks really good, but once you start eating it, it's gross. I think people's lives are like that, you know. Fancy house, beautiful wife, beautiful husband, fancy cars. But inside that house is bitterness and jealousy and distrust and lust of the eyes is deceitful. How many times have we ever looked at something so beautiful or someone? Once we have it, it doesn't all pan out to be. Alright, the local time is 4:43. I wonder if I'm going to run into any rush hour traffic here. Hope not. Driver's school. By the way, earlier I talked to you guys about I had an accident in Oklahoma and my trailer broke in half. I managed to pull over on the shoulder and there was another CRST truck from the yard came by and we had to transfer our load to the different trailer. I tell you, that was one of the worst weeks in my life. Quite honestly, I don't know how many miles I've been driving. I really don't. But I can tell you this: each one of those accidents, each one of those miles is by grace or by accident. I always chuckle when I hear this truck that says 1 or 2 million safe driving award. And I'd say, yeah, I got about that same miles, each one by accident. Somebody recently asked me what happened to the other trailer. How come the wheel came off? I don't know. I suspect that it was the lug nuts that came loose, or my boss seems to think that when I ran up to, where was that, Pennsylvania, that I dipped into a hole. I don't believe that. I mean, I was empty, and I know I've been watching it. I didn't dip into any holes at all, but I guess I'll never know. There's a distinct possibility that that hub was the wrong hub. So I think my boss is going to have to replace that. I like this 345. The problem with this 345 is the chute is all, it needs to be replaced. Welcome to Columbus, Ohio. You guys heard about this building in San Francisco? This Millennium Tower, I think it is. It has sunk 16 inches since it's been built. I think it's like 58 stories building. One of the guy that was interviewed was, he bought, I don't know, a condo or whatever you guys call it. He bought it for $2 million. Holy smokies. An apartment, maybe? Is that what you call it? He said it was his retirement. I don't know. If I had $2 million, why in the world would I buy a house on top of a building? There are so much beautiful places out in California to live. But I guess that's his thing. Got really warm out here today. Kind of cold at night though, but what a poor design this is. It's always a bottleneck right here. Supposedly, these four-wheelers over here are not supposed to merge onto I-71. They're supposed to go straight. Let's see how many will. I guess pretty much everybody's behaving. There goes one. I'm gonna make a little phone call. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.